You're now listening to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Wildcard Weekend. It's been wild. It's been real. We're here. Welcome, Garage fam, to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast. It is still Sunday night as we are recording this. Chef Boy, what is the update on the score between the Steelers and the Bully Browns?
First of all, get in there.
Yeah! That was a good one? Or was it a bad one?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
All right,
that was
good.
beautiful.
All right, we can keep going now.
35-23, Browns have the lead, and the Steelers are trying to come back, Chase.
Yeah, so that's been my biggest worry about this game is the fact that they may actually become the Atlanta Browns. I've already been looking in our Discord server. I think Cam Richardson just put a picture in there of literally like we had Dan Quinn in a Browns polo. So very fitting times for these memes that are hitting the Discord server.
Is Dan Quinn taking the place of Wall Street Stefanski this game?
I want to say he's there in spirit, probably, because I definitely will say that Stefanski is probably at the house right now. So he could have been on the roller. He could have been on the laptop, 3 monitors. We could have been watching Dogecoin traded. We could have been watching the actual movie Wall Street. Shout out to Gordon Gekko. Like that could have been happening, but they decided not to because the NFL decided that they wanted to be dicks. And that's what happens when they're dicks. But yeah, we can't do anything about it. Anyway, you'll know what has already happened because, of course, you'll be hearing this on Monday. And before we even get any further into Wildcard Weekend, I think that it's appropriate that we give a shout out to the things that keep us going through the challenging circumstances. Let's give us 1 second here. It's Drip Drop.
I especially need this right now, Chase, after the Chef Fest.
I bet so, dude. You've got some really challenging circumstances that have happened today, and we got a lot to talk about on those as well. But yeah, we're brought to you by Drip Drop. Drip Drop ORS was invented to treat dehydration in the most challenging circumstances. It's used by athletes, firefighters, military members, the Garage Guys, the Garage Fam, Shhhsh Man, literally everybody. Okay, it's used by. We love it. We stay hydrated. So right now, get over to dripdrop.com. Use promo code GarageGuys20. Rip it and drip it. That's what we say. That's what we do. You know, I'm just gonna take the rest of the things out of this packaging right here. You know, I love me some lemon. Drip Drop.
We got some lemon and some watermelon tonight. So what we're rolling with.
Ooh, I haven't tried to mix the lemon and the watermelon yet.
Oh yeah?
No, I haven't tried it out. And look, fam, we want to know what your favorite combinations of Drip Drop are. Hit us up in the Discord server if you haven't yet. Garage Guys Fantasy Sports does have a Discord server. Get over there if you need a link and you're in the comments here on YouTube, or if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, whatever, you know, to hit us up on Twitter, let us know what's up. Our handles are literally in the boxes, and then you can find us collectively at Garage Guys FS. So those are our plugs. Yeah, shake it. Yeah, shake it more. Shake it. You can shake it more. A little bit more. All right, good. All right, so let's get into this weekend. I just want to say quick thoughts, even though the game's not over. I thought it was incredible that the Cleveland Browns were able to do what they did in the first quarter, making history, 28-0.
Breaking news, Chase. Touchdown, Chase Claypool.
Oh, so the blown lead is happening.
Well, it's 42-30 now. So I guess somehow Cleveland scored again. This game has just gone from crazy to insane. So
Cleveland just wants it, dude. I feel like they're just hungry, man. Like they came into this game, like, dude, I've been with family all day. Everybody that's in the Discord that listens to our show, they know where we've been. They've been keeping up with us all day long during the games. But for those of you that aren't, I've been with family all day. I've been in and out of the games, watched the majority of the Saints games, a little bit, probably more the boring game of today. Got to catch
Saturday was better than Sunday, in my opinion.
I will say, dude, my favorite game from Saturday, Washington and Tampa Bay. We got a lot to talk about and uncover on that. But with this game, dude, just seeing the Browns do what they did in the first quarter, making history, showing that they deserve to be where they are. was, I think, the biggest thing for me to feel like the energy is alive and well. So hopefully they can sustain. So I don't know about you. I don't know if we should go any further into this game, other than the fact that
No, probably not. We might be able to tack it on at the end, Chase, because I'll have the recap probably at the end if you want to do that.
we'll probably be done with it. So I think let's go back to Saturday. So we're going to start off Bills Colts. Where were you when the Bills won a playoff game in 2021?
I was eating Prince's hot chicken.
Ooh, good times, bad times.
Yeah, do you want to talk about your is it good times or bad times for you? I feel like it's good, bad times.
It comes in good, can go out bad, but then if it comes back in good, then it's okay. But yeah, I'm very fond of the Prince's bathroom in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to the bathroom. Well, very good accommodations. So yeah, look that up. If you ever, need to drop a deuce somewhere after eating some hot chicken, great bathroom.
The Rona still got me too.
Yeah, we had fun yesterday. I feel like we were chatting pretty much all day long. We got to talk with a lot of the fam, a lot of the bettors. We talked about all the best bets you did with Chef Bets. And just, I don't know, it was just a good time. I had a great time all day yesterday, but this game in general, I felt like it was just, it was definitely a close one. But that was your first bet. That was your first bet that hit. We took the Colts.
I thought for the most part, the Colts outplayed the Bills. Just Josh Allen effect really took over, honestly.
Yeah, white cam.
That was my take on it. I thought Phillip Rivers played well enough to win. And unfortunately, did you see the final play, Chase, where they fumbled it or Zach Pascal fumbled it?
I was on the road at the time, and I don't think I remember that quite well. And I'm going to be dead honest. So that's why we're relying on Chef Boy to lead us.
Good. Okay. No, you're good. I was just going to say that they were driving. The Colts were. They had a chance to win the game, and Pascal fumbled. So it was definitely like if you're a Buffalo fan, I got to feel like you feel lucky. I mean, you're fortunate to win. You were the better team all year, but maybe not the better team on Saturday.
I think a lot of it's like the emotion too, because like a lot of people that have been watching this year, like people that say like, the emotion when you're watching these games, like they have these expectations of what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. I feel like there was just a lot of good energy pushed towards the Bills. And I just didn't have a doubt in my mind they were going to be able to defeat the Colts and move forward. Like It just feels like this is one of those years where they can at least make it to an AFC championship game. And I feel strongly about that. Not only that, but, our DFS preview show this week sucked balls, by the way. I'm just going to be frank. Like, it sucked. Like, if you used it, apologies. But there were a couple of good plays. Josh Allen with 35 DraftKings points. Okay. Big news. But is it big news? It's not big news. We knew this was coming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like, 70% owned? I don't know what you had in your contest, but
yeah,
everybody and their mother was playing Josh Allen.
You had to. It was the smartest thing to do because it's like if he's led you this far, he led me into a whole season long, journey this year. Won me a championship against you, defeated you with the double duty Bills, Diggs, and Josh Allen. I can't even decide which jersey I'm still getting. Haven't even ordered it yet because I'm.
Yeah, how have you not talked about that? Like, this is your moment, right? You can talk about whose jersey you're going to get. Let's hear it.
Yeah, it's going to be oh man. All right, hold on. Definitely Josh Allen has to be. He's still going strong. He's still pushing.
So is Diggs though. I think
Diggs he is. 27. Yeah, Diggs was there. We don't want to talk about John Brown. We're done with him.
Dude.
Trash can pick.
If you would have told me that both John Brown and Corey Davis both had 0 points, there's no way I believe you.
A very cold week, below freezing for wide receivers in the virtual garage. Okay,
hey, you don't make it in this game going 100%. So
no,
it's okay.
we should have known better. Like it's like AJ Brown, that good. Stephon Diggs, that good. Don't fuck with them. And we know that now moving forward. We definitely know that now. So we're not going to worry about it too much. But on the other side of the ball, the tight end energy was so strong with Phillip Rivers, getting to bring Jack Doyle back to life. It was a good thing to watch because I haven't paid enough attention to Jack Doyle this season.
Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure Trey Burton had a few catches and Mo Alley Cox as well. So he was sharing the love. I think Phillip Rivers is officially in the tight end appreciation club.
Yeah, you think so? Well, I know he's definitely in the fluctuating T club. So he does
He's
have
in
one
clubs. Big club guy.
Big club guy, you know, multiple child's club, possible Mormon club.
Definitely a member of like the Family Y.
Yeah, definitely a Family Y guy. Also home gym, just in case he doesn't feel like, wrapping his bolo tie up and heading to the gym one day. Cause I feel like he definitely works out shirtless with a bolo tie on. I think that's the only way.
Probably also has some sort of like jean club, like Wrangler jeans, or maybe some Brett Favre clubs. I don't know.
Yeah, really big into boiling denims. Shout out to It's Always Sunny. Yeah, big boil denims guy. So I like him, and I, there's a lot of speculation around this now. Like their season's over. Frank Reich's there. I'm hearing the Matthew Stafford rumors. I'm hearing the Carson Wentz possible, hopeful, but I mean he's a backup QB for all time now, so it doesn't really matter. Nobody is thinking about Jacoby. Why aren't we thinking about Jacoby? Give that man the ball back. Give Jacoby the ball. They've been playing him. So I feel like Frank's maybe got a soft spot for Jacoby, and he definitely wants him around.
Yeah, I have a theory. I'm glad you brought that up. Before, if you remember last year, Chase, like the halfway point of the season, he was actually having a great year, and then he got injured and was playing banged up the whole last half of the season. So maybe he's fine. I think he's good enough to be the starter, but I think Phillip Rivers is going to come back. Is he 100% gone?
I can't believe that he's 100% gone, especially with the connection now that he's built with T.Y. Hilton. And T.Y. is hyping him up like crazy. So, before long, I can't wait to watch the videos of them wearing Wranglers down at the farm with the kiddos. And he's just like riding cowboys around, herding cattle, wearing bolos. That's what I want before he leaves. I need a press conference. Phillip Rivers, T.Y. Hilton, both wearing cowboy hats and bolo ties. If I don't get that, I'm going to be one mad son of a bitch.
Then let's take it one step further. And they're also going to be in an episode of Yellowstone.
Okay, yes, definitely has to happen. If you're going to have professional bull riders in Yellowstone, you better have professional football players. Okay, it's 2021. We need diversity. All right, shit. But other than that game, I think that there's nothing else that needs to be said because
it's getting a little loud over there.
Yeah, it's a little silent. Shhhsh Man.
Yeah, he's getting a little loud over there.
Okay, Shhhsh Man. All right. He's good. He's good. He talks to me telepathically, so he's good. But yeah,
he's feeling the garage guy's energy a little too much over there. He's getting a little case of the giggles.
Where do you think my source power comes from? He's the source of garage guy's energy. Shhhsh Man. Shhhsh Man. I feel for the people listening on the podcast that are on YouTube right now. Really do. All right. So moving forward from that, I guess I'm excited to see the Bills go forward. Who are they in line to play? Is things still pending with Pittsburgh and Cleveland, or is it just a solid shot for them?
They're still going out of here. It's too early to call it. So
okay. All right. So that's what we know. If I had to take my guess, I would probably say they go up against.
Should win. Yeah,
they're going to go up against Cleveland. So it'd be Cleveland Bills, Baker and Josh. I feel like Josh Allen would slap the piss out of Baker Mayfield and then tell him to go file a claim at Progressive.
I'm trying to think through it though, Chase, because so the Chiefs would play who?
The Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs would play the Browns. Yeah.
The Chiefs would get the Browns, and then the Ravens would get the Bills.
Okay. Ravens, Bills. That dude. 2 dual threat quarterbacks, except one had a really shitty throw. And speaking of that game, if we want to move in and just go back and forth, I mean, it's Wildcard Weekend. Let's get wild. Let's talk about the first Sunday game, Tennessee Titans, Baltimore Ravens. Today, Lamar did not start out this game hot. I thought that it was going to be a breeze for the Titans. I felt like there's no way that they can lose to them. Like the Titans have their number. They finally came through strong, and they showed that you're not going to step on our logo and get away with it for 3 times. Like, it's not going to happen. So they made this shit happen, and then they all piss stomped on the Titans logo. So bird flock in full effect, and Mark Ingram is still inactive. What is up with Mark Ingram? I want to start that off here. Do you have any idea what could be going on with that man?
I think, Chase, that J.K. Dobbins is just the clear number 1 guy, and I think Gus Edwards is a really good backup. I think that's all there is to it. I think Ingram's the odd man out.
So he's gone. He's gone after the season. There's no way they keep him.
Yeah, unless no one else will take him off.
He's a healthy scratch. He's a healthy scratch. Like, how do you not have him suited up at least? Like, who was it? Hill? They had Hill ready to go.
Hill, like, put a few downs, yeah.
Who the fuck wants to play Justice Hill?
Yeah, Mark Ingram's done there. He'll probably go to another team, but I don't think he'll ever be a starter. I think he's kind of done.
Man, I hate that. He must have had something really serious happen to him for him to be a healthy scratch and active like that. Like, and nobody's talking about it though.
Well, Mark Ingram hadn't really been playing all year though.
Yeah, I mean, I know he got a little banged up, and then it's just like he hasn't came back since. So maybe the injury is way worse than we were told to believe that it really was. I don't know.
I think he's just not as good as those guys, as sad as that is. But
he should have never left New Orleans, man. He went chasing that paper. Karma's a bitch. Comes at you. We miss you, Mark. Love you. Thanks for all you did. But Lamar having the resurgent comeback that he did, and then I guess just the defense play. I don't even know if you would call it the defense stepping up or the Titans just shitting the bed.
I thought the Ravens' defensive plan was incredible. And I mean, let me get on my rant box here for a little while. What are the Titans doing on 4th down and 2 punting from the 40? I mean, I don't know if you saw that. There was about 10 minutes left in the game. They were on the 40-yard line, down, I think it was 8, and decided to punt. And I thought that was just a terrible decision.
You know, I think what's really happening here is that the people in Tennessee and Nashville, I feel like sometimes those guys might just toke up before a game. They definitely have the vibe that, like, you know, when you got like Taylor Heinicke and Will Compton, you know, they got their own show, they got their own podcast, they're running stuff. I mean, the Bussin' with the boys. Like, I definitely feel like those guys might just like pass around the peace pipe before a game, and then, you know, they're just all sitting there, and then you got old man Buster, you know, trying to make some shit happen on the sideline, and he's just blowed out of his mind too. He has no idea what's going on, and then they punt the ball away. It was just like a classic moment where, like, you literally forgot where the fuck you were. It's the only logical explanation.
Blew my mind for sure. I couldn't believe it did that. I thought they never got Derrick Henry going, Chase. I mean, Derrick Henry was a non-factor. I
want to say that, like, the Ravens defense just locked him the fuck up. That was it. Like, their whole strategy, I feel like, this week coming into this was like, okay, we're going to make sure that if we shut him down, we can shut everything else down. You force Tannehill, throw the ball, get it out there. You only got so many options, you know?
I think the Ravens defense wasn't healthy, and we saw them healthy today. Outside of the Rams and Saints, they're probably the 3rd best defense, the Ravens.
Okay. And yeah, and so like I said, one hell of a game coming up for them. I would have loved to watch another Titans Bills, because in the regular season we had a Tuesday night football, if you remember. Oh, yeah. It feels like a century ago. But that was one hell of a game, dude. Just watching Tannehill and Josh Allen just work their magic left and right. Fun times for sure.
Defensive game. I kind of thought there'd be fireworks in this one.
Yeah, so that's why I kind of saw that there would have been fireworks if Jonnu would have been able to, you know.
Dude, old Fursker came back to play again.
And you saw my tweet earlier today, and I know that you kind of rubbed you the wrong way a little bit, but it's like, I can't help it, man. Like, my tight end appreciation got really strong in Nashville for Jonnu. So it's like, I have to give maybe Fursker a little bit of that love now. I still think that he belongs on the front of a Frisky's cat box because of his name. But when they called him ASAP Ferk on Twitter, I realized, like, holy shit, like, Tennessee is like up on the nickname game. Like, they're understanding now. They're getting it, because that's my jam. So I kind of dig.
There's enough loving in Chase and Garage Guys for 2 tight ends.
Absolutely. The next game, Seahawks Rams. This game was one of the games I barely watched, but I was so happy.
Are we going back to Saturday now?
Yes. Yeah, we're just bouncing around, baby. Okay. Bounce it around. Bounce it around. Right that. All right. So listen. The Rams beat the Seahawks. That's really all I can say. I heard Russell Wilson was shit. I literally caught glimpses of this game sitting down at a Mexican restaurant enjoying a nice brisket taco plate. Very good. Very good. Shout out to Garcia's.
Sounds like you were on the move a lot this weekend, Chase.
I was a busy boy. I had to spend some time with the wife this weekend. You know, we had some good times. I love some brisket tacos. You know, I'm gonna do it to it. But when I looked at the scoreboard, I think everyone thought that the Seahawks would easily defeat the Rams. And that Rams defense showed the fuck out. 16 fantasy points, not near as much as what Cleveland has been able to rack up tonight, but 16 fantasy points on DraftKings for the Rams defense, showing up, showing out. And then shout out to one of our good correct picks, Cam Akers. He did the damn thing.
He had a day. I was pretty upset to see our backup QB go out early, though. I will say that.
The Wolford. Did you like that meme I made?
First drive. He got injured.
Did you see the meme though? Did you see the meme that I created? Where
yes,
I thought that was some of my best work, man. You should put a Ford emblem on a wolf in his eyes and his mouth. But I did find out later he got hurt.
Yeah, he got injured like the first drive, so they literally were down to their last QB. They didn't have Blake Bortles activated, so it was just Jared Goff.
Broke thumb Jared Goff.
That could have been bad, man.
It really could have.
My chef bets really started turning bad during that game because I had Seahawks.
So do you think that the backup QB energy that you possess when Wolford went out, your chef bets were sucked into a black hole with it?
I think it's safe to say that's where it all started. I think you're right. Okay. I think we're putting this together.
So this all goes to John Wolford. So all starts with Wolford. Okay. All right. So starts with Wolford, and we'll know that. But we do hope he gets better. Shout out to him. But the Rams defense coming alive. Now they're going to Green Bay, man. They're going to Green Bay. But I guess we could talk about the Seahawks. Russell Wilson, people are already calling for him to leave. They don't want him anymore. I've seen tweets about that yesterday. Just random people. He had a bad game. Chill the fuck out. I'm glad he had a bad game.
He's had 4 weeks in a row where he's not looked himself. I think the finger should be pointed a little bit more at Pete Carroll, man. I think he's a little overrated, honestly.
Do you think he's developing Alzheimer's?
Yeah, I just don't know if he's ever been as good as everyone says he is.
I think he's just getting really old, man. I think he's getting really old. I think
he looks the same, but you're right. He probably is experiencing something a little upstairs.
I don't know. He's chewing his gum a lot slower these days. I will say that much. I don't know if you've realized that or not.
He's still fired up, but that gum chewing is a little bit slower.
The gum.
All right, so Browns just intercepted Big Ben, so that game
live update.
That's probably over. So
okay,
the Browns won.
So the Browns have defeated the Steelers. How many minutes left on the clock?
It's 45-29, and the Browns have the ball. So I'm going to say that they probably won. This
is an incredible fucking Sunday night victory. This is the whole city of Cleveland.
The Browns to win so bad?
Because I love underdogs and I love Cleveland. So anytime the city of Cleveland gets to celebrate victory, because that is very rare for them.
Cleveland all year last year.
Was what with Cleveland?
Didn't we make fun of Cleveland all year last year?
Probably, but it doesn't matter now. Okay, since Johnny Manziel entered the Cleveland wheelhouse of life, I've kind of had a low-key soft spot for them. I feel like it's okay to rip on Cleveland at any given moment, but when they are being successful, it is good to appreciate the success. I just want to see the teams that have sucked for a long time be good, and we're getting to experience that now, and I don't think enough people are going to appreciate that. We're literally watching the Bills move and advance in the playoffs. Haven't done that since the 90s. Haven't won a division since the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick connection was created in the year 2000, okay? Big year for Buffalo. Cleveland getting to the playoffs, okay, since 2002. They're here, and now they just defeated the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers, and they're moving forward now. So they're going to have a tough game in front of them.
All of this without Odell Beckham, too, which is just amazing.
Yeah, so definitely all the poop jokes were worth it because they have been better ever since he's been gone. So maybe he needs to try out for a job in the XFL 2022. Maybe him and Dwayne Haskins can link up, do some stuff. Who knows? They can get together and have a good time. But great for the Browns. That was a live update of the game. So you've had it. Getting back to Seahawks, though, DK Metcalf had a great game. I think he was one of the only receivers. I played some Tyler Lockett this weekend, but it didn't work out. But I think DK has definitely earned that spot now. Like we're seeing the wide receiver room really shift as far as like who are the dominant guys in the league. So going into next year, I think it's easy to say DK is up there. DeAndre still had a really good season, so I can't really knock him out of it yet. He had some ups and downs. But DK is definitely going up there. AJ Brown is definitely going up there. And Stephon Diggs, dude, he's never had a consistent year like this.
Yeah, I think Diggs is just like the perfect matchup for Josh Allen. So it worked out for everybody there.
Straight up. So, yeah, just tough luck for the Seahawks. Great luck for Saints fans because now the Rams are going to play Green Bay in probably the snow.
Is this how you wanted this to shake out as a Saints fan?
Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. I didn't think I was going to get it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought it was impossible. So now that I know it's happened, I'm even more excited because now Saints get to play Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers at home. And my God, Tampa Bay versus Washington. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Heinicke Nation, stand the fuck up. I love Taylor Heinicke. It's probably as much as Chase Young does.
Yeah, I love him too. And I was, obviously pulling for Brady, but I found myself just cheering for the guy to get first downs and to keep moving the ball. As long as like the Buccaneers were going to win the game, I was hoping that Heinicke would succeed. And I'm pretty sure I lost money on that game too because I had the under. So it's weird what a backup quarterback can do to you. I'll say that.
Yeah, no, I completely feel it. But like the vibe was so strong. Watching Chase Young and how he hypes him up, he's kind of like a young Tannehill. And I think it was 28 DraftKings points for Taylor Heinicke. The Wheels. And we have a new nickname alert. Hot Wheels Heinicke. He's leading the way. Hot Wheels Heinicke. Maybe
so
not
everybody have nicknames?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Everyone that enters the garage guy's mind has to have the nicknames. I keep them safe and sealed inside of Shhhsh Man's brain. So they're there.
How much money did he earn himself? Like, I hope he gets to be the starter in Washington.
Same.
But in the event he fizzles out, he probably is going to make himself some money for that performance.
Dude, if he keeps playing the way he's playing now, the way that Todd Bowles' defense was constantly just collapsing the pocket. And for him to be able, dude, I was on my feet. I was on my feet in excitement over just watching this guy that I've never watched play football before, just seeing him do the shit he was doing. You can ask Shhhsh Man. Shhhsh Man was here. He knows. He saw it himself. So literally seeing that happen, you got to feel like good things are coming for Washington, although it's unfortunate they didn't make it. And honestly, they shouldn't have made it because I feel like they still got some pieces to put together. The casino is still under construction. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have to be realistic on that. But I want to let you talk about your man Brady because the son of a bitch was dealing. He was dealing.
Yeah, his completion percentage wasn't very Tom Brady esque, but I thought he played a really good game. I think you agree, Chase, that he was hitting his receivers. I thought there were a few drops, but this Antonio Brown thing has really developed pretty nicely. I think if you're a Saints fan, you're probably a little worried about that. Just because I feel like they're going to probably put Lattimore on Mike Evans. And because he's had Mike Evans' number his entire career.
They hate each other. They hate each other. And I love that rivalry.
So that I think it's got to be a Godwin or Antonio Brown game if the Bucs want to win. So
I definitely like the idea of Godwin. And then, dude, Fournette stepping up the way he did, cashing in on 23 fantasy points on DK.
Talk about a rant. I mean, Ronald Jones lineups basically were screwed from the beginning.
Yeah, like seconds before we just find out, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't even think it happened until after lineups were locked. So I hate when that happens personally. I feel like that's the worst part of DFS when you have somebody.
Is Bruce Arians Vegas?
He's a mob. He's the mob.
He's got to be. The Jimmy Hoffa's nephew. Be on the lookout. Don't come for us. Anyone. I have protection. Okay. Well, I had protection. The gun's gone.
I'm a little worried about the Bucs D though. I know, obviously, I'm already talking about the Saints game, but.
Is it the plan or is it the players, though?
I think it's a mixture of both. Todd Bowles just refuses to stop blitzing. He blitzes every single play. And I just think that's what got him in trouble with Breeze. And I'm hoping they adjust because if they play like they've played the past 2 times against the Saints, Sean Payton and Drew Brees are just going to eat them up. So it's hard to beat a team 3 times, though. I'll say that.
I mean, what do you expect from a guy that found NFL Blitz in an arcade when he was a young lad and just fell in love with the video game itself and decided I'm just going to do this in real life and then became a coach. And now he plays NFL Blitz in real life.
He does.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good. It's good exercises. Jason Pierre-Paul looks like the meanest motherfucker on the planet.
I agree. He looks like that guy that was like the bully at school that you didn't want anything to do with. That's him.
No, he's the guy that never spoke to anybody, but just randomly like punched someone in the face and walked away.
Kind of like
he's definitely got a Shhhsh Man vibe to him. Jason Pierre-Paul and Shhhsh Man. I would love that. That's a meetup that needs to happen. Okay, you want to meet Jason Pierre-Paul? He said yes.
Yes, that's a strong yes.
Shhhsh Man's ready, dude. He's ready for it. So we'll have to get with JPP's people, and we'll get him connected.
He's taking notes over there. He's ready.
Yeah, he's ready. Other than that, though, dude, it's going to be a fun game. I'm excited for, and this is I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to go on record and say this. Regardless of who wins next week, I will just be excited to watch Brady and Breeze deal one more time.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me for the Saints is the fact that we have piss stomped them twice, and now the third time's the charm, and the referees with Tom Brady in the playoffs.
I feel like we need to be live streaming me and you against each other for this one.
That definitely is something that we can do. We might get Shhhsh Man might tag along. We could watch some Saints Bucs action, live stream it. Let us know. Hop in the Discord server and tell us what you want. That's what we're there for. Or on Twitter. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Just find us, shout out.
It's not like if I prefer to be like focusing on the game, or I know if I do something where it involves me and you streaming, we're going to be talking the entire time.
Gotta be. But that's fun. We did it for the draft, and our internet is probably a lot better now, so we can definitely make it worth the while. So we'll look into that. Let us know if you want it. We'll get it for you. Other game that we can talk about from earlier today, Saints Bears. I think that was probably the most boring game out of all games. Would you agree?
Bears. Yeah, it was awful. The Bears could not move the ball at all, and the Saints defense, hats off to them. But when Darnell Mooney was ruled out and then Anthony Miller got kicked out of the game, kind of was the writing on the wall for me. I mean, they didn't have anybody that could throw the ball besides Allen Robinson.
Yes. And I think the funniest thing was that obviously this game was broadcast on Nickelodeon. And so we had the Nick broadcast. I could not find it. I had to go to my mom's house on Sunday because we had a family gathering. We did Christmas late. And my mom did not have Nickelodeon on her cable package. So I was, bro, because everybody was talking about the neon colors and all this stuff. And then Nate Burleson, the commentary was just great. Like, I was sad that I got to miss most of that. I had to miss most of it, but
it was awesome.
I want to make up for it. And so I think that it's only fair that after we're done recapping this game, we talk a little Nickelodeon. We do a little Nick. Let's have a little garage talk. We haven't done it in a while.
Okay, let's do it. I got a few shows that I feel like me and you both liked.
I do too, for sure. So we're definitely going to do that. But I heard the broadcast was great. I heard they had cussing on the broadcast. Like Pat McAfee was on Instagram, like talking to me. He was like, "Whoa, you can't say that word, man!" Like shit like that.
I must have missed the cussing.
I thought it was hilarious, man. And so it got people's minds going though, because like I don't know if there's a lot to talk about the game other than like just the Saints. They did what we thought they would do, and you have to wonder who's going to be leaving that coaching room for the Bears at this point. I think it's time to hang it up for Nagy.
Were you disappointed? I agree. Were you disappointed with Saints offense the first half? I think it was only 7-3.
It was just they were slow moving, man. And I made the comment because I had family at my mom's place today, and my uncle, married uncle, he married my aunt. He's actually younger than me. He's 25 years old. Crazy shit. He said, yeah. Big age gap, but they love each other. That's all that matters. But he's the most biggest, arrogant, ignorant Dallas Cowboys fan that ever was and ever will be. And so he literally comes in there and he's like watching. He's like, "Damn, them Saints, they suck and this and that." And that. I was like, dude, this is a fucking practice game. They're just getting ready next week for the Bucs, bro. Like, what are you talking about? And like literally it was. And then to see all the people trolling Mitchell Trubisky that he got the MVP was the best.
I thought that was so funny.
I know. We're like the troll boy love was strong. So I love seeing that shit happen. I even chimed in. I wanted Pagano to be the MVP. So yeah, shout out to Chuck Pagano for creating the big hole for us to score.
I forget that he's there all the time.
Yeah, just Chuck, just old Chucky, just chilling out, Mr. Pagano, the gaping hole of life. with Khalil Mack. How do you do that?
Did you see who number? I'm pretty sure on the MVP voting, Cam Jordan was the highest Saints player. He was the third to the MVP voting.
Cam's the man.
They interviewed him after the game, by the way.
Yeah, and I think it was Sean Payton got slimed. So it was fun stuff, man. Like it was cool. It was cool to see how they did that broadcast, but it got the wheels turning. And I saw that like moving into the NASCAR world, I think Darian Gilliam for Black Flags Matter, he had tweeted out like, how cool would it be to see like a NASCAR IndyCar broadcast on a kids network? And like I immediately made a meme about it. And so like there's this Nick Jr. show called Blaze and the Monster Machines, and they're like monster trucks. And I just put a picture of the big one and had like this truck. It's like, look out, kids, here comes Blaze. And he's just like rolling over like this huge wreck where people's lives are at stake. And he's just like completely just bumping over them. Like that's how you sell children on Nickelodeon with NASCAR, the wrecks.
So we're going to get a race on Nickelodeon as well?
Probably. It would definitely have to be like a Tony Stewart style race, like the figure eights, a lot of crashes, yeah. SpongeBob in the boatmobile.
Yeah, it'd have to be a lot of crashes to keep the kids interested.
I'm like, wow, look. And it's like someone's like fighting for life and SpongeBob just like, meow, 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 meow. It'd be the most darkest humor shit ever. But like, like the kids love it.
My mind went to the Brian Newman wreck. I'm like, oh God. And like they'd be laughing at that when it's like a serious issue.
Bro, if they took that clip and like put like the SpongeBob sound of the it's the darkest shit ever, bro. Yeah. They like just photoshopped like SpongeBob like in the hospital, thumbs up, like bro, it's dark all the way. Gotta slime it up for the kids though. So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was cool, but yeah, for the most part, one more update on the game that's currently going on before we move into a little garage talk. We haven't done it in a minute. It'll be short and sweet. Just want to talk a little bit about this Nickelodeon because it got our heads going, but live update on score.
48-37. Steelers just kicked an onside kick and did not recover. So it's 48-37 and the Browns are kneeling to football. So it's over.
Game over. Browns advance. Incredible. Browns money line bettors. People that did not read chef bets. You had your day. Every dog has his day.
48-37. That is a lot of points.
Insane. So if you bet the under on this thinking you were fucking smart, rough times.
I was off on pretty much every game except the Colts covering. So
and that's because
if you just started following, what have you been doing all season?
The record's still strong. What are we, 90, 95? No, it's got to be higher now. What are we, like almost at 100?
Probably like 160 something.
Still one of the best records in the biz, man. It really is. But the reason I feel like you didn't succeed is because we all know it was Wildcard Weekend. It was wild. You can't really tell. Ace is wild.
I like what you said too about Wofford.
Yeah, about Wofford. Wild Wofford.
Yeah, I mean, like the minute he went out of the game, we should have known something was up.
It was the backup QB energy. So please, guys, remember, keep the backup QB energy strong. Heinicke will carry that weight for us now. Let's talk Nickelodeon shows. What's your GOAT Nick show? What's your GOAT Nick show? It's Garage Talk.
Yeah, so for me, I wanted to see if you watch these two. For some reason, they kind of just stick with me for like the Nickelodeon shows. It was Legends of the Hidden Temple and Guts. Those were two shows that I really enjoyed as a kid. What about you?
Yeah. No, he's the same age as us. Sorry, he was talking to me. So for me, I think I'm probably a little bit more on the simpler end. Like I grew up watching Nick. I was a big Rugrats kid. And the older I got, the more I really got into all that. So all that was kind of like what sparked me the most. Like Pierre Escargot, one of the GOAT characters of all that. Just Keenan from Keenan and Kel in a bathtub in France with a raincoat on. Ha ha ha, me, ha. Like, and we just say random words. Shhhsh Man didn't speak, but Rocket Power. That's a great one, Shhhsh Man. Nobody thinks about Rocket Power.
That was underrated, and I'm glad. I almost kind of forgot about it, so thank you, Shhhsh Man.
Dude, the whole theme song just came into my head. We are riders on a mission, action, kid, 5, 4, 3, 2, Rocket Power. I had it on PlayStation.
Bro, I don't know how you remember that.
That just
my memory is shot.
People are going to think that like we scripted that, but I swear to God, like if you know me, I promise it just came to my head. Like I'm good with shit like that for some reason.
Who were the main characters in that show?
I know that there was Reggie was like the girl. She's a skater. I can't remember the names of the guys though, but Reggie's the one that stands out the most. Reggie Rocket, maybe? Yeah, Reggie Rocket. And I think the only reason is because I was just talking to somebody on Twitter the other day about Reggie Rocket. So it sparked the brain. I don't know. You're probably pulling it up right now. So
no, I'm trying to look up different shows from Nickelodeon because I know those two that I just told you.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? I don't know if you remember that one. It was all time. I like spooky shit when I was a kid. Still like horror movies.
I don't remember this one.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? So it's like it starts out like people around a campfire and they it's like the same group of kids that constantly are telling a story. And then it just goes into like, did you ever watch Tales from the Crypt or anything like that? Or have you ever watched like Black Mirror or any? Yeah, it's one of those types of shows. So it's like different episodes, like Goosebumps was. So it's like these different, it's like a show about different things and it's different every time. So it's constantly revolving. I love shows like that. But all that's probably on the top of the list, man. And then that's like the prime time, like 90s shows. Rugrats is everybody's shit. Everyone knows about Rugrats. Real Monsters. Loved
Hey Arnold.
Hey Arnold was one that like if it was on TV, I'd catch it. But like it's another one of those iconic ones. Ren and Stimpy. That's a little bit before our time. But
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, I saw little bits and pieces of that here and there, but it was definitely an adult show. And then one of the other ones from the early 90s, it had the guy Danny in it. I think it was something about Pete. I can't really remember what the name of the show was. My Brother Pete or something like that. And it had Danny from All That, the redheaded guy. And that was another one. Kenan and Kel, that's another all-timer. If you didn't watch Kenan and Kel, Orange Soda, I do.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of that show. So you didn't watch Legends of the Hidden Temple? You didn't react to that?
Okay, so the game show type stuff was like, I thought it was okay, but like, I've never been one to like be entertained by shit like that. Like, you know, the only thing that ever entertained me that was like that remotely was MXC. And that was them making fun of that. That was on Spike TV. So shout out to that. This is the GOAT show, bro. Just voiceovers of these guys in China or Japan that were just doing these shit. And they would just say the most random shit. My kids my age should not have been watching it, but I grew up on it. Pretty Shhhsh Man grew up on it. Pretty sure. Had to.
You weren't a game show guy.
Nah, I've never really been a big game show guy. I've always just kind of like more of like the comedy or the drama. Like that was the two types of shows that I was really big into. But definitely All That was the one that just I could watch that shit all the time. And Kenan and Kel. That was like the Family Matters for kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had to put a name on it, I don't know. Nickelodeon had some of the best shit ever. All I want is, you know, Disney has a streaming service now. If Nickelodeon doesn't make a streaming service where I can watch all that's on demand anytime I want, I'm going to flip shit because Netflix hasn't done it yet. I want that back, but we'll go ahead and settle it before we jump off of this show. All That is my GOAT Nick show, and yours would be?
I'm sticking with Legends of the Hidden Temple and Guts for me.
All right, there's yours, and we're gonna go ahead just for shits and giggles. Let me see if I can communicate to get Shhhsh Man's GOAT show. Real Monsters, GOAT show for Shhhsh Man.
That came out of nowhere. I thought it was gonna be Rocket Power.
Yeah, so Real Monsters for Shhhsh Man, who's a big Real Monsters guy.
Okay.
Oh, and Angry Beavers. Don't forget Angry Beavers. He liked the Angry Beavers too.
Nice. I respect that.
All right. So, guys, it's been a show. Wildcard weekend is over. It was wild shit. The Cleveland Browns are going forward. The Buffalo Billies are going forward. The Titans got beat. Saints, Bucs, those were normal ones. And the Rams take the load from the Saints. So,
we'll get the Battle of the Goats next week. It's going to be great content for me and you.
Battle Royale. Can't wait for it. All right, guys, you know where to follow us. Go get in the Discord. Like, rate, subscribe, all that shit. We love you. We appreciate you. Sports, profit, repeat.
Let's go.
It's the garage guys. 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 It's the garage guys.